Yo, what is going on YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about Devil May Cry, an absolute banger of an anime that has dropped onto Netflix. Honestly, I kind of call it Unk Anime of the Year, and that is because of the soundtrack. Bro, I keep seeing people absolutely lose their mind, like TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, talking about like, oh my god, Devil May Cry, you gotta check it out. It's always someone a little bit older, and they're like, dude, like the song's on there, like this is so good. I mean, like the music, the soundtrack for Devil May Cry is one of the most goated things ever. I mean, having stuff like Green Day, literally Evanescence, Limp Bizkit, Rage Against the Machine, Papa Roach, bro. When that kicked in on that scene, where like he's chasing down the rabbit, and it just pops on Last Resort. I was like, is this Last Resort? Is this Daddy Roach? There's no shot. There's no shot. And I posted like, no, it is. I rewatched like 3 times. I was just jamming out to it. It was so good. So listen, this anime not only has a phenomenal soundtrack, I actually think the story itself is really, really good. It is based on a video game. I knew nothing about the video games going into this, and it's something that I thought was awesome. It actually kind of makes me want to play the video games, which I feel lucky for, because I feel like everyone who's played the video games before and then has watched this has been pissed off. It's like, hey, why do you drop something like this and then not have an announcement of a new game? Because now we all want to go back and play the games, but we've beaten it like 15 times. You know what I mean? So I guess if you haven't played the Devil May Cry games, we're lucky because we can now go back and play it after this absolute masterpiece. But seriously, this anime is really, really good. It just checks every box. The soundtrack was amazing. The fight scenes were amazing. The story is really good. The characters are so lovable. Dante is awesome. But anyways, what was your favorite parts so far about Devil May Cry? Like, why do you think people should watch it?
For me, like being like 30 years old, I feel like it was super targeted at my old head demographic, and I was dying. Calling it Unk Anime of the Year is spot on. Like the intro, I skipped it the first time and then watched it for the second episode. I'm like, yo, that's Rolling by Limp Bizkit. Like very cool. I thought it like really fit kind of the vibe of the anime. It's very like
Mm-hmm.
Y2K-ish. And the director was from Castlevania, which I had binged in like a drunken night with a friend, and it has that same kind of like like medieval, like really dark shades. Like the
Yeah.
backgrounds are very like grayish and blue,
Mm-hmm.
so it gives it like a certain vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought everything like really fit together well. Like might sound cliche, but like the artistic vision, I thought everything worked together very well. On top of like doing CGI extremely well, which I'm always a fan because I know it's like kind of gets hated on a lot. I thought the fight scenes were super fluid. Like the animation and CGI was awesome. And again, I'm with you. I didn't play the games growing up or like ever really, but Dante is like a younger, less like stoic or mature version of himself. So that like as a fan of the series, I feel like that would kind of be cool. Um, and like the story was awesome, dude. For 8 episodes, that was like a really, really good ride.
I think that dropping the full season 2 is very, very smart because they didn't drop like one week at a time, and like Netflix, typically stays on top of that. For Blue Box, Sakamoto Days, that's something that they did. But they're like, nah, we're dropping all 8 at once. I'm like, yo, that's genius because you have people that are just gonna absolutely binge it. It doesn't get in the way of anything else or competes with anything else this season. You know what I mean? You're able to just watch it all in one go. It's not like anything else can kind of take over, take priority, and it's like now everyone's just talking about it and it's just fueling more people to kind of go back and watch it and be like, all right, let's check out this Devil May Cry anime. I think that they did an awesome job. They executed beautifully on it, and I feel like for me too, like the characters are really cool. I think Dante was absolutely awesome. I'm really, really excited about who's it, Virgil is his brother. That is making
Yeah.
me like so excited for a season 2. Like he seems like so like such a great character, and I love how they're on both sides of things. You know what I mean? Like one's on the side of the humans, which like I get it, Dante, but like honestly, I'm on Team Virgil. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck these humans. The
Yeah.
vice president pissed me off the entire goddamn anime. Like when they're on that plane and everyone's like like held hostage and stuff, and everyone has like their mouth covered. I'm like, why is the VP not have his mouth covered? Shut him the fuck. I can't stand him, bro. He's such a narcissistic piece of shit. I can't stand him, bro. But like, I'm on Team Virgil. If Team Virgil's on the sides of like the devils, the demons, like I'm just saying, if anything, the humans prove that they do not deserve saving in the series so far. But White Rabbit, what a awesome, what an awesome character. I love that his character was kind of based off of like Alice in Wonderland. I thought that was so cool. The fact that he loved the book, ends up getting thrown into this other world, and is like kind of taken in kind of grows up there. And then, of course, like, again, you can kind of see why he hates the humans. Because he pops out of that portal, he finds a way out, and they instantly attack them. He's like, hey, guys, these aren't, like, criminals, these aren't like soldiers, they just need help, you know what I mean? Like the other world is like very polluted, you know, they're sick, they need help, they're being hunted, like please. It's like, no, like, fuck you, and they throw like grenades at them. It's like, hey yo, like the White Rabbit, you know, in the beginning kind of seemed like, you know, the villain was like, oh, this is a cool villain, but at the end of it I'm like, yo, I'm on his team. Like, you know, like I can see why he hates them. I can kind of see, you know, where he's coming from. So I love how, you know, the story, you have great characters on both sides, but I love how, you know, they interact, and how like you're not like against one or the other necessarily. There's people from the human side, they're like, yo, I like them, they're awesome, I back them. Some people on the human side you hate, and then vice versa. There's people on the devil side where you're like, oh, you know, these guys suck. You know, I mean, I hope they lose. But there's also people who are like, yo, I support him. Like, yo, like the rabbit was such a cool character.
Dude, Rabbit was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent villain. And I thought they did an amazing job of kind of what you said. They gave everybody a really deep backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like it would take too long to like really dive into it and explain everything and put all the pieces together, but like nobody is inherently correct or incorrect. Like they all have their reasons, and they've all been like either stabbed in the back or betrayed or done wrong in one way or another. Dante, Mary, and the White Rabbit.
Yeah.
So like kind of go back on what you said about the vice president, like the United States. I thought that was like a hilarious trope. He's always talking about like this is God's will. If you die, that's the way God wants it. Super annoying, like overly religious representation, which I thought was funny. And
Mm-hmm.
like there are some like other political like undertones and shit. Like, you know, not to jump too far ahead, but like at the very end, you get American Idiot playing over, you know, the U.S. nuclear bombing shit. It was like hysterical. It was funny. It was really cool. It was well done. There was a lot of that stuff that I liked. So for that aspect, the vice president was awesome. But dude,
Yeah.
annoying as fuck. A character you love to hate. And then the White Rabbit, episode 6 is his backstory. That was one of the best things I've watched in a really long time. It's quiet. There's no talking for like I think the entire episode or right up until the very end of it. It's literally like a totally different animation style. It's like kind of cartoonish and like
Yeah.
in a way cheery. Like, you know, they're like round bubbly characters, but like once he goes to what I keep calling it like the demon world, but there is a name for it.
I
I
forget it.
can't I can't remember off the top of my head, but like it's like, oh, okay, the White Rabbit's kind of justified in a way because, you know, well, who's his dad?
Spartan or
Sparta,
Sparta?
Spartacus,
I think it's Sparta.
Sparta. Yeah, Sparta basically stabs the demons in the back, and that's why their world is so polluted, and they have that toxic gas, and the little kid dies. Like, you can really relate to the rabbit in a way, for like kind of growing up in that, and then when he finally figures out how to get everybody back to Earth, you know, basically in refuge for a cleaner, safer life, they're not getting mauled by giant demons. You know, they run into the U.S. military, and Mary, who's like very rigid and hard-headed in the beginning, you know, she kind of grows into a more mature position, but like she wastes them in the beginning, and you're like, yeah, I could see why the White Rabbit's crashing out. He's kind of got a point.
Well, I mean, okay, so his dad's name is Sparta. I think that his dad is like a really cool character as well. I like anytime they kind of reference that and kind of explain what happened back then. I think that shit's so cool. I think that's like an awesome like you know thing that they added. And like, for Mary, like Mary was like stubborn in the beginning, but like just went back to her roots at the end. And bro, like listen, like we got backstories on all of them, so we kind of understand where they're all coming from. Like Mary's story is like insane, especially everything that happened with her dad. Like holy
Really
crap, and
good.
everything with that. But the fact that she's just blatantly getting manipulated by the vice president is like, bro. Like I was so excited at the end. I'm like, dude, the Dante Mary team up is gonna go hard. And then she fucking like tranks him, and I'm like, Mary, like what the fuck? Like why you doing this?
I
Like
thought we were past this, Mary.
yeah, like I thought you got out of this bad relationship with the VP, and like no, and then what does he do? Like yeah, he sends fucking nukes and bombs the entire place. Like yeah, like such an American fucking thing. Like all right, let's just drop bombs, and then they just have all the troops coming in. I'm like, dude, this is why I'm like all for the humans getting taken out, like 100%, because it's not like the demons really even did anything bad to them. You know what I mean? But like all of a sudden America just kind of comes in, or like the humans kind of just come in and then just start tank and everything. So I feel like there's going to be a massive. To be fair, when they did open it up, a lot of the demons came through and just caused absolute. So you know what? Both sides are pretty fucking shitty. Both sides are
Yeah.
pretty fucking garbo. Maybe they should connect the worlds. You know what I mean? And then the strong survive and just call it a day. That is the one thing, though, going off track here, that I didn't understand is that he wanted to combine the worlds so the needy, the oppressed could be okay. I'm like, the oppressed would die. Like, what are you talking about? Like if you come and you connect the two worlds, it's just gonna be the strong of each that survive. The people that are suffering in both worlds are what's going to perish because how would they live? You know what I mean? So that's one thing behind the rabbit's mentality that I just never understood is that he did it for like good reasons, but it didn't make any sense. There's no logic behind it. So I'm like, how is combining both worlds going to keep people safe? So I feel like that was really stupid, but I'm really excited for season 2 and for the war that's going to ensue. It's going to be absolutely insane. Like I said, Team Virgil all the way. He seems really cool. So I cannot wait to kind of see how that goes down, and also how he survived the fire and survived that incident that we kept seeing from Dante's past.
Yeah, it'll be really cool to get like backstory on him. And again, as somebody who doesn't know like the games and the lore and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, um, I'm not really sure how it all comes together or if this is like a different take on it. It's not exactly following the games and all that. Like I don't know any of that, but I'm really excited. It was like really impressive to have such a cool first season, and then like you could see how season 2 set up with Virgil versus Dante, and like obviously the insinuation of like his family was really hard for Dante.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It basically was his demon trigger. And then at the end of it, you basically get set up for Virgil versus Dante and like these two totally different, these two brothers, but these two totally different mindsets and like goals. So season 2 will be really sick. And then even just going off that, that's a reason to watch season 1. Like I think season 2 will top it just in terms of like the scale,
Mm-hmm.
but super, super good.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I think that season 1 kind of delivered. It had a great start and just completely followed through throughout the entire thing. It didn't let up once. And somehow too, when you think about it, like we've gotten so many backstories, like we gotten so much lore and depth into the anime in only 8 episodes. Like so much happened in just
Yeah, for real.
8 mere episodes. Like it's actually insane. It feels like it was gonna be like a 20 episode season with how much stuff we got. Very fast paced, but like very good. I didn't feel lost at any point, especially again not knowing anything prior. So absolutely loved it. I think the character's sick too. Like Dante is such a sick character. Bro is so
Yeah.
funny. Just like such a great MC.
Dude, his like disposition and like just being voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, like really, really good. Like it kind of fit that like Ichigo vibe.
I will say
I don't know.
yeah, it
Like
kind of fit it a little bit.
and like I guess he's not as stoic as he is in the games, or like he's
Mhm.
a younger version. So I like as a fan, I would think that's cool, but I feel like he crushed it. Excellent voice acting. And even Mary, like his dynamic with Mary, he just always calls her Lady. At the very end, she's like, I have a name. And he's like, yeah, I know. I like Lady better. Dante and Lady. And she's like, it's Lady and Dante. Shit like that was so funny. Like the voice acting was a really nice, subtle touch with like, flashy, colorful animation and like, the soundtrack being like really, really sick. I thought the voice actors were really dope too.
Yeah, like they really did deliver like on every aspect that you could for Devil May Cry. It was a really good I guess like turning a game into a series type of thing. You know what I mean? And they always get a lot of hate. It's always really hard to like do a good job. And I feel like that they absolutely killed it. Obviously someone who didn't play it, would think it's good. But it seems like everyone who's played Devil May Cry has really really liked what they've done with the series. So I mean they killed it. Something that's not easy to do. They again dropping the season all at once. I think was really smart. And hopefully because it was only 8 episodes they're gonna bring in a season 2 quicker. You know what I mean?
I feel like a lot of series are trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Windbreaker, Sakamoto Days, Dan Dan to name a few. Like you get that first season and it might only be 10 to 13 episodes, but then you're getting a second season not that far off. And I think it's a lot more manageable in terms of production than trying to bang out, like 24 or 28 episodes like Freerin did, which as a fan, I'm here for both. You know
Oh,
what I mean? The more the
absolutely.
merrier.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, if you can kind of condense some of that and like still maintain top quality and like speed it up a little bit because you're not doing so much content, I think that's a win-win. I mean, those 8 episodes were packed with like backstory and stuff, and the episodes are what 29 minutes, I think, with
I
like
think
all
so.
the beginning and end. still in a half hour, like compared to maybe 22 or 24. Um, very, very like digestible too. It's not
Yeah.
like you're undertaking this huge series.
So yeah, it pretty much sums it up. Like, yeah, it's perfect, and it's kind of like low risk, high reward because it's like if it does flop, it's only 8 episodes. You know what I mean? It's not like you spent like the full time and resources of 12. So I feel like that they did like a really good job where like they got the rewards because you delivered in those 8 episodes very well. It was very easy to watch, very easy to keep up with, and there was just so much. So that leaves us for season two. Hopefully, it's going to be confirmed. I actually didn't hear anything yet about season two being confirmed. So hopefully, we're going
I
to be
think it
getting that
is.
soon. It is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Let's hope for another. Let's hope for a full 12 episode season. I'm all for it.
Yes.
I cannot wait. But I think they delivered. I don't think there's really anything else to say other than you should watch it if you haven't already. Like it's really really good, and like you can't even sum up everything that happens. And like I said, so much happens, so much go down. And it's so good. And like you're saying, it's like oh, it's Lady and Dante. I'm like bro, like it just seemed so good, and then she fucking tranquilizes him. Oh, dude, I'll never forgive her for that. And like she went along with it too, like, oh yeah, I don't know where it went. Must have went in the ocean. Oh no! And like Dante had him, like, bro, like you fucking you even lied for him. You even lied for him and covered for him. It's like why I can't. No more trust women, boys. No more trust women. That's what we learned from Devil. Hey, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey yo, I actually just watched I Want to Eat Your Pancreas or whatever that like fucking depressing ass movie. Oh my god, bro.
Yes.
Between that and the Betrayal and Devil May Cry, dude, we're just in the dumps. We're just in the dumps. Anime.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's just affecting the heart, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed Devil May Cry. Is there anything else you want to add about the anime?
I think it's like super digestible in like 8 episodes. I would totally recommend it. I think it's an easy
Mm,
watch, packed full of action, and like, especially like kind of like Cyberpunk. It could either get you into the games as a new fan or as
mm-hmm.
somebody who's played the series before. You're like, oh, sick. We're getting an anime, which I'm like 99% sure it does have season two confirmed. So like, yeah, as a fan, you're eating too. Definitely go watch it.
Yeah, you really should, and it's really easy too to get like other people into anime because it is so like quick. It's so short. I don't know. It was just sick. I thought it was really good. Like I thought the fight scenes were like really really good. Like they were kind of like slept on. So listen, you should get if anyone trying to get an anime. It is a good one to kind of get someone into because it's low commitment. You know what I mean? It's only 8 episodes. You know what I mean? It's like you're locking in for 12 or 24. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed Devil May Cry. Hopefully, we're coming out with a season 2. Hopefully, that is going to be confirmed. But I am hyped. I hope you guys are hyped too. And that is it. Good job, Netflix. You're doing it. You're actually doing some good things. So that is
Let's
it,
go.
guys. Have a great rest of your week. And peace.